What's up guys, and welcome back to part 2 of our playthrough of Fighting Fantasy Starship Traveller. This is the science fiction based one where we have a whole crew to look after or let them die essentially. So in the last part we embarked on our journey. We've gone into the self something void. We're in a black hole in a parallel dimension and we've got to find our way back home. So we ended up flying towards a abandoned planet, a barren planet, to try and get some fuel source for our ship, and now we ended up on a planet with androids.
Yeah, we took a helmet, helmet.
We barely survived. We made it back with a helmet to, I guess, investigate and do some research on. So that's where we left it. We went back onto the ship, and I think that's where we're going to start from. So let's get into it.
Did we restore stamina? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we already did that. Amy, so how are you doing? We made it at the beginning this time.
Going? 269. You want me to start?
Yeah.
I need to stop asking you.
Yeah, you always.
Leaving orbit, you scan space ahead of you. There is a planet ahead, some 3 to 6 light years away, which may support life. You enter warp speed and head towards it. The electronics lab reports that the helmet you brought back was indeed an advanced piece of work. With a few adjustments, they will be able to prepare it so that when you wear it, you may increase your skill by 1 point. Are we allowed to add...
Did it mention anything about it going past your initial in this one?
I'm not sure. This will undoubtedly be useful. Ooh, I don't know if we have a quick scan. It said you can't go above your stamina, but I don't know about skill. Restoring stamina. You and your crew. Doesn't say.
No. So I guess we can add a skill point on then.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
So do we have the helmet just on now then?
Should we put it on all the time?
Yes.
It says you may not. Crew members' stamina scores may never exceed their initial value. But it doesn't say anything about skill.
So it's the captain now has a skill of 10 plus 1 because of the helmet.
Yeah, we look well cool now.
Yeah, we got an even better helmet than the one that's in that picture. So let me just move the captain along because he's now encroaching. If that's the word.
Encroaching is the word.
Doesn't seem right. Oh well.
What are you doing, Whisker?
Right.
Oh, you're dropping your meat shoe at my feet.
So we got our helmet.
Turn to page 34.
I don't know why it gives us extra skill, but it does. Did it tell us what it actually did?
It just that it was...
Gives us more skill.
Yeah, and trendy.
You approach... I'm just picturing like a Daft Punk helmet. You approach a medium-sized blue-green planet. We've been there, haven't we not?
No, we've been to... Oh, we have been to blue-green.
You approach a... Is that the right page? I think it was.
34.
Yeah. You approach a medium-sized blue-green planet and take up the orbit position. Scanning the planet service reveals several clusters of intelligent life form. You try to contact them, but nothing comes on the radio. Will you beam down onto the planet and investigate, or leave orbit and continue onwards? If you beam down, you may take 3 crew members from your adventure ship with you. We've not done this.
No, but we've been to blue-green.
Did we not just select it as... Did we not write that down when it told us? We'll see anyway.
Oh no, maybe we didn't.
Yeah.
Should we try anyway?
Yeah, so we're going to beam down to the planet and we're going to take 3 crew members with us. So I guess we're going to need to take security 1 with us.
Oh, we're meant to be protecting him.
But he's the only one who's good at combat.
Yeah, okay.
So let's get rid of security number 2 because he can't beam down now, right? Can he? Because he's dead.
No, security 2 can't.
So we got...
Can you take 2 or 3?
I think it was 3. We may take 3 crew members.
Ooh, 3 plus captain or captain.
I think it's 3 plus the captain because the
yeah,
captain always
let's
comes.
go for it. What about
I think maybe the engineer.
But yeah, but it's life forms, isn't it? So maybe we should take the scientist. Oh, about scientist, engineer, and security.
Yeah, let's do that.
Medic can wait.
Yeah.
Medic can wait.
So
okay.
There we go. There's our crew for the thing. So we're going to beam down to the ship. 13, page 13.
Unlucky.
We're out on which I think might be the same planet, it might not be. It doesn't sound like it because that planet was not on the barren planet, the androids.
I'm not sure.
Because there was no life form there.
I don't think we haven't been to a life form planet, so maybe we
Okay.
haven't been to blue-green. You land on the planet and look around. A thunderstorm is raging around you and it is pouring with rain. You are standing on rocky ground about 100 meters from what appears to be a village of some kind. Three aliens, presumably villagers, are shuffling around about halfway to the village, but as you appear, they are startled and turn to face you. They are strange, podgy creatures with long necks and stumpy legs. It's like Wesker. One of the aliens turns and waddles off back to the village at what must be a running pace. The other two are advancing towards you with weapons, which are long pointed sticks, drawn. Will you wait for them to arrive, walk towards them to meet them halfway, or make a dash for the village? This is an image of the... I think that's
small
him.
podgy man.
Podgy.
Love the sound effects, guys.
Thanks.
Me. So yeah, we thought we'd try and get something sorted out for this one. Should we? I mean, they look pretty aggressive. Should we try and meet them halfway?
I was gonna maybe wait for them to arrive. I didn't want them to think us advancing was.
Yeah. Let's try that then. Have we got a? We've got a checkpoint at the beginning of this, haven't we? Yeah.
So one of them is waddling off back to the village, and the other are coming towards us with weapons drawn.
So what's the one going back to the village to get back up?
Obviously going to either alert or get back.
So
up.
maybe we shouldn't. Yeah, like maybe we shouldn't go ahead and try and have a fight because they'll probably get back up. So.
I mean, we could definitely beat them to the village if we wanted to run for it, but should we try and be friendly? That's the risk. They look evil, but looks can be deceiving.
Let's try and be friendly. I think maybe we should try and let's wait for them to arrive. Okay.
Yeah, we've just started, so let's play it cool.
We're going to kill them with our phaser gun now. Through your translator, you talk to them, explaining your mission. They are suspicious and hold you at bay with their weapons, but agree to take you to the village elder to talk. Turn to 170.
Nice. As you enter the village area, other aliens shuffle towards you inquisitively. You are marched to a large hut in the centre of the clearing to meet the village elder. You enter this hut and see a large, somewhat wrinkled alien squatting in a far corner. After you have exchanged introductions, you begin to question him. Will you ask him about the planet and its inhabitants? Or do you believe this primitive race can be of little help in your mission, but ask anyway about their knowledge of astronomy? So... Astronomy?
Yeah.
I kind of want to know about the people, but...
You never know if you're going to get to find out.
We don't know if I'll get another chance. Maybe they're like experts on it.
Yeah.
They got to be good at something.
Let's go with astronomy then.
Okay, 155.
As you suspected, their knowledge of astronomy is virtually non-existent. You wind up your talk and signal the ship to beam you back on board. Bewildered as you dematerialize in front of them. On board ship, you plan your next course. Turn to 203.
Look, so we're beamed up. We can restore some stamina to anyone who's lost it though.
Oh, nice, easy. So, who has lost stamina?
Let's get the crew back. Who's not in you?
I think they were both. He was at that skill. Why is his skill so low?
Because every time he respawned.
Oh yeah, we killed him twice. Remember? Yeah.
So Captain 20, 23.
Okay, so scientist goes up to 19.
18. Security 1 needs to go up to 17, and then the others are fine.
Nice.
Pretty much back to scratch. Oh, so maybe if we go down there again, we ask about inhabitants.
Yes. Okay.
Which one were we at? This one. 203. It's a very short and sweet visit.
Gotta be more on that planet, surely.
You leave orbit and probe with your scanners for likely destinations. Some 3.3 light years away is a large red planet which you can head towards. Turn to 126.
Okay, so we got a red planet somewhere. 126.
Red planet.
You switch to warp drive and head towards the red planet. As you reduce from warp speed, you approach a small grey planet. Will you investigate this, or will you continue towards your original destination? We gotta try all the planets, haven't we?
Small grey.
Are you writing that?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, how are you writing it so small in there? 261 to check out the small grey planet. Stopping off on planet. We're just going to get killed by something, I reckon.
No, we gotta search everything.
That is right. On your first run, you got to try and do as much as possible.
The planet appears to have no life on it, but scanners detect some sort of activity, perhaps the regular workings of a machine.
Engineer.
You decide to investigate and send out a party in a recon plane to see what is happening. Oh, so we're not going with them. They pilot the plane to the area of the signal and land on the planet. It is rocky and barren, but not far from where they have landed. They find a scout ship of a type they have never come across before crashed into the surface. This is the picture of the crashed ship.
Okay, so a scout ship. So that means they're on like doing recon.
Yeah. Will you tell them to investigate it further or return to your ship?
Investigate it further. So we're going to send the engineer, right?
Send out a party. It doesn't say
Okay.
how many.
Let's see what happens on the next page. But
Okay.
we're going under the assumption that we're sending
checkpoint?
the engineer.
Should we just checkpoint it? First one.
Go on then.
Or do you not want to?
No, go on. And we do need a drink. This is very nice, by the way.
What, the drink?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're telling them to investigate it further?
Yeah.
176.
I feel more relaxed in today's playthrough after yesterday, like trying to get to terms with all the rules and stuff. That combat was like...
I'm sure we'll encounter it again.
You find no signs of the pilot. Perhaps he has died or was killed in the crash. An automatic signal, probably a type of mayday call, is being transmitted by the ship's radio. There being nothing else to see on the planet, your crew return to the recon plane and fly back to the ship. So nothing happens.
Oh, well, what if we get intercepted on the way back now then?
And maybe, yeah. Maybe something, it takes you to a different page if you leave before then.
Put a cross next to that.
Yeah, 66. Or maybe it will find them somewhere and it'll say like, have you come across a recon ship or something?
Oh, landing the recon plane, the party...
Oh, we take the plane.
Huh?
We take their plane.
No, we had a little thing that came off our main ship.
Oh, okay.
And now they've flown it back in. Landing the recon plane, the party make their way to the briefing room to report to you. As they relate their findings, you are interrupted suddenly with an urgent message.
Oh, this is going to be a ship fight, isn't it?
Captain, we have lost 3 of our engineering personnel who were involved with docking the recon plane. They are all dead. What will be your first command? Put the landing party into quarantine in the medical section, seal off the docking bay, or jettison the recon plane. What does that mean?
Like,
What does jettison mean?
it means like drop it off the ship, get rid of it.
What?
With them in it, right?
What's happening?
So, yeah, how have they
We've
died?
lost 3 of our engineering personnel who were involved with docking the recon plane.
They're all dead. So,
I put the landing party in quarantine.
if we seal off the docking bay, no one can get in. We jettison the plane, we're basically just dropping them out into space. If we get to quarantine, and we might find more things that are on the plane, so maybe the quarantine option.
Oh, it might kill our whole
It's
crew.
very alien, but I'm sure we can handle it. Maybe. I would like to find out if it's an alien situation.
So, okay, we're so reckless.
No, but I mean, it sounds cool, right?
So we're just putting them in the medical bay.
Yeah. So they've all
We'll
got
be in a
face
nice
covers on.
captain.
Well, we'll be in a stupid captain probably.
Yeah.
Depending, but we don't even know how they died. The landing party are rushed off to the medical section for observation. They all have a disease which spreads through the air.
Say that.
The landing party are rushed off to the medical section for observation, but they appear to be fit and healthy. Meanwhile, you receive another report. 3 more crew members have mysteriously dropped dead. This time the engineering section. There is a chance that one of these will be your engineering officer. Throw 2 dice for each of these 3 victims. If you throw double 6 or double 1, you've lost your engineering officer. Okay.
Oh.
Well, we won't get...
Throw 2 dice for each of them. Okay, and if we get a double 1 or a double 6, John's dead.
No, the engineer's dead.
Yeah, John the engineer.
No, not today. This is Mick.
Mick?
Mick the engineer.
Okay.
Okay, right. So we got 3 chances at rolling a 6 and a 1. Okay. Go on.
Oh.
We're halfway to doom.
Second
Right. Engineer 1 is dead. Well,
one.
you're gonna get a 1 now. Please get a 1 in that scene.
What is going on? That's crazy.
I think there's a high chance that there's a chance that from what we've just rolled, we're gonna get the bad one.
Stop it.
3, 2, 1,
You go.
same time.
Oh, thank God.
The lead engineering agent is dead. The rest is alive. The rest are dead. It's fine.
Yeah.
172.
Oh no, we should have dropped the ship.
No, because then everyone would have died.
No, they're not on it. You're just getting rid of it. It's like there's something in there.
No, but you would have got rid of it before taking him on board, I think.
No, they were already off it. That's how I read it.
Well, that's.
They were off
I
it.
would have thought that's why you sealed the ship up,
Oh,
stop the
maybe.
infection getting on or whatever.
Oh, your science officer reports to you with a
Oh
suggestion.
no.
Throw 2 dice. If the number rolled is equal to or less than your
Science
SO?
officer.
Oh yeah. If the number rolled is equal to or less than your science officer's skill, turn to 153. If your roll exceeds the scientist's skill, turn to 255.
Okay.
So what's his skill? Oh, he's got 11. Sorry, I can't put it in without dropping things. We've got less anyway.
9. Okay, so I'm guessing that's a lucky roll.
153.
He suggests that you seal off the docking bay, as it seems apparent that a poison of some kind has been brought back onto the ship into the recon plane. No doubt the landing party are not affected as they were wearing EVA extravehicular activity suits. You agree to give the command. You also have the areas of the engineering lab which have been affected sealed off. Turn to page 18. So that would have been the best option, and we would have. I mean, we didn't lose anything because everyone survived. Well,
Yeah.
sure, but
The people that mattered survived.
yeah, page 18. So at least that stops the chance of you losing your engineer.
But we know not to go there next time.
No, was there anything else that we could have done on that planet?
It was either just come straight back up and investigate. Quickly, the crew sealed off the affected area so as to prevent the spread of this unknown killer. No more deaths are reported. Turn to 337.
This makes me want to play Mass Effect and makes me want to watch Alien now. Using an EVA suit, your medical officer examines the body of one of the victims. She finds that the man has been poisoned. The planet below must have some sort of poisonous gas in its atmosphere and has now been carried back onto the ship. Will you give the MO to get the MO to search for the antidote to treat the crew? Evacuate the air from all affected sections. I mean, would an antidote be better?
Can we just do the air thing? Because
Evacuate.
we've sealed off everywhere, haven't we?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. It sounds like the moral option is to try and get a cure, but
Oh, should we try and get a cure then?
I don't
Let's be
know.
good, Captain.
I don't know because that might not be a good captain choice. Should we try and get rid of the air and see what happens?
Yeah, go on.
284.
It's the easy way.
If that works, is it in the air? Is it in the bloodstream?
You give the instruction to evacuate all air from the affected area and all crew within the area and instructed to wear EVA suits as they will be in a vacuum. The air is pumped out into space and half an hour later fresh air is introduced. Your science officer checks this new air and is found dead. No, don't really. And it is found to be poison free.
Good.
Turn to page 11. See, we fixed it. Just let some new air
The
in.
ship is poison free,
Just
but
air it
all
out.
of your staff are poisoned.
Crack open a
So page
window.
11. Back on the bridge, you set your course. Ahead of you are 2 planets. You may either head for the large red planet, a blue planet, or a small fast-moving spot which shows signs of life.
Ooh.
I mean, I feel like the 2 planets will still be there, but the fast-moving might not be, so...
Should we go to the fast moving thing?
Yeah, let's try and find this alien ship. 92,
Hopefully it's good.
maybe.
You head out into space with scanners probing ahead of you. A small, fast-moving dot comes within range. As you approach it, you identify it as another ship. You send out an all-frequency radio message, and soon an alien face appears on your screen. The face is brown, scaly, and somewhat reptilian, and introduces itself as Commander McMall of the Imperial Ganzig Confederation. Have you come across the Imperial Ganzig Confederation before?
Uh-oh.
If so, turn to 335. If not, turn to 5. I don't think we have.
No, we definitely haven't. We've only found robots so far. And those chubby guys. McMall declares that you are trespassing in Confederation territory and claims you as a prisoner.
No!
Yes.
What?
He instructs you to follow his ship to a nearby starbase. Will you accompany him? Turn to 15. If you refuse to be captured, turn to 143.
Oh, what should we do? Should we get captured? Get probed?
Should we checkpoint it and get captured?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're going to gain some knowledge if we get captured, so...
Number 5?
Yeah. So turn to page 15 and we'll take checkpoint drinks. Oh. That could be dangerous with more vodka in. You could easily drink that, like.
Yeah, I should have put more in, really. You follow the Ganzigites for several hours until a small round object is picked up by your scanners. Ahead of you is a large wheel-shaped structure, rotating slowly. The Ganzigites announce their arrival. Monitoring their conversation, you learn that this is a spaceport, La Jamil. McMall once again contacts you and gives you docking instructions. You dock the ship and wait while he checks your story. Sometime later, you see the Ganzigite ship leave dock. Presumably, you have either been cleared, forgotten about, or ignored. You decide to leave the ship and investigate the spaceport.
There we go, this was a good choice.
Turn to 157. Yes, investigation.
Inside the spaceport, you follow the corridor until you are approached by a hovering device of some kind. It announces itself as Service Robot and asks if it may be of assistance. You may ask it to take you to someone of authority, whether there are recreation facilities here, how you might go about giving the ship a service overhaul. So here is the robot. Does that mean like an upgrade?
No. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
I don't know. Does that mean just like change everything?
No, because overhaul like you're overhauling it means making it better, I think.
No, isn't that where you take control of it? Should we Google?
I think overhaul is like giving it a... Well, it's
giving it a...
Let's Google it and see what it says. I think overhaul is an upgrade.
Overhaul.
Meaning.
Oh, to take apart a piece of machinery or equipment in order to examine it and repair it if necessary. So we're basically lying to him to get to the control panel.
Should we try that?
Yes.
106.
I do want to see what recreational activities they have there. The service robot leads you to an office where you make arrangement to have your ship serviced. You may restore your ship's weapon strength and shield scores to their initial levels.
They are on. No, it's 12 a bit low.
Shouldn't be. No, I'm sure.
No, we lost like at least 2 points.
10 and 18.
Yeah, so what do we restore them by?
To their initial.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
You may now make arrangements for leaving the spaceport. Turn to 242. So that's quite good, actually.
But we didn't get to look around for the
No, we
recreation,
didn't, but we fixed our ship.
But maybe if you find them again, and you say you're Confederation, you can go back there?
Yeah.
Maybe.
242.
Starting up the ship's engine, you leave the spaceport and head off into deep space. Turn to 324.
Your crew are becoming anxious about their fate. Why? What have we done?
We killed our security guy 3 times.
And let the window open. Will they be spending the rest of their lives searching space for a dimension gate which may never appear? You are called on to make a statement to reassure them. Have you learnt the time and space coordinates of the black hole which will hopefully take you back to your own universe?
Oh no.
What? If you believe you have 10 to 216.
So that's what we need to find then. Coordinates.
Yeah, if you have not yet found them, 10 to 197.
Okay, hopefully it's one of the books where you can kind of keep going around and
Yeah,
around.
I'll put black hole coordinates. So you must have been able to do it by now.
Yeah. Well, we didn't go to the red planet. We've not been to the blue planet.
Yeah.
So. You call all your section heads to the briefing room and explain to. So we're back on the ship, so we can get. We're all stamina up.
We're all stamina up.
No, because a scientist is 23.
Oh yeah.
What about everyone else?
Everyone else is fully loaded. What?
Fully loaded.
Surprise.
It's a pizza from Domino's, right? Where were we? Yes, we're going to the brief room to explain the necessity of keeping up the crew's morale. You do not yet have enough information to guide the ship to your escape route, and you must keep searching. But you are confident that you will eventually discover the whereabouts of a suitable black hole. So, do we need to go back to that spaceport to then do that coordinate page when we've got it?
Possibly.
Okay, so
I'll put on here coordinate page.
yeah. So, turn to page 18.
Needs to.
I'm liking this one. I like it how you're sort of traveling around all these spaceports and stuff.
Your officers try their best with the crew, but morale is low. There are reports of 2 suicides.
Oh, great. This is like Fallout Shelter or something.
That's grim.
Have we not fed our, what they call Tamagotchi engineers?
Yeah. The medical section becomes overloaded with crew suffering from nervous disorders. Your navigation officer contacts you excitedly. Captain, he exclaims, sensors have picked up a black hole 4.2 light years from here. You decide an all or nothing course and enter warp drive towards it.
Are we like heading toward like a end game if we don't have the
So
answers?
you go straight from here to the black hole, don't you?
Yeah, so we'll have to keep that in mind. You drop out of warp drive a safe distance from the black hole. Your science officer works out your optimum course on the ship's computer. As you advance, you can feel an immense gravitational pull of the collapsed star. You allow the ship to be sucked in while the crew strap themselves in. The ship is ripped forward into the void. There's lots of words there. That means
There's lots
conjuring
of
up imagery. Ship is ripped forward into the void. No personnel pass out. 10 to 339.
Oh, we killed him. You'll never know whether or not this was the correct black hole. Perhaps it was your angle of entry, or maybe it was your speed, or even the information you have. Whatever the error, the traveller never emerges from the void. Your mission has been unsuccessful.
Death number 1.
No!
So, right, what do? We start from the beginning, or we start from a checkpoint?
Should we start from the... Oh!
I just think we should try and check out those other planets.
Should we maybe start from where we started on this playthrough? At 269?
Yeah, so where did that take us
Do you
to?
remember what stats we had though?
Um,
Our ship was back... Why have you put shield 21?
because
It was 18.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think I added.
I don't know why.
No, I was supposed to add 2 onto the scientist, and I
yeah,
added it
onto
onto the
that.
shield. The shield should be 18, but it was on 12.
So it goes back to 12.
Yeah. We lose 4 points from
Scientist.
scientist.
Was he only on 15 when we started today?
Must have been.
Yeah, but didn't you not add 2 to him? You added it to the ship instead.
Yes.
So he's on 17.
I think so.
I think, who else was it? Was it security number 1 was an 11 and 15?
Yes. No, 2. No, 2.
No, it was 1. We weren't allowed to take John with us.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's
but
1.
he didn't lose any stamina, did he?
No, because, yeah, we haven't used John, so he's not left any stuff. Lost any
Okay,
stuff.
so that's it then. Captain. Does not. We do have the helmet.
He does.
We do have the helmet. Yeah.
He does on when we start today.
I think we're good at that point then. I think.
Yes. Okay. Do you want to do it this time?
Yeah. So leaving orbit. No.
So we've gone back to where we first started this playthrough with all the stats we had.
Yeah, so we've been back on the ship, we've tested out the helmet, which gives us the +1 on the helmet, on the skill, and then we carry on. So let's just get back to where we were.
Do you want to go down to that planet and ask the people about...
We might as well.
Yeah,
try it,
just in case.
So you approach a medium-sized blue-green planet. Is that the planet?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go down to the planet. Just get past that bit now.
We will definitely skip out the small grey planet.
Yeah, that was the poison planet,
Yeah.
right? So basically the options are when we arrive on the planet with the creatures with the sticks that are coming towards us, we wait for them to arrive, walk towards and meet them halfway, or make a dash to the village. Should we just do what we did last time? Yeah. So 115.
And then if this gets us nowhere, we know to dash to the village.
Yeah.
But we'll probably get killed if we do that.
So we go to see the Elder. They take us to the Elder, the village. So we have now the opportunity to ask them about the planet and its inhabitants, or ask them about astronomy, which we did last time and nothing happened. So we enter the 291 to ask them about the planet.
Yes. Ooh, the alien is quite a talkative creature and tells you that you are on the planet Kleber. On the Kleber?
Kleber. Where's Kleber? It's dark out there in the corridor.
Oh no, what page are we on?
170.
170. 291. On the surface of the planet, there are many villages of similar creatures. Their stage of cultural development seems to be approximately that of Middle Ages on Earth. They are an agricultural race. The weather on the planet used to be excellent, but bad weather has ruined their crops for several seasons. The weather is controlled by someone they refer to as the Rain Lord, who lives in a fortified castle 2 hours' journey from their village. The Rain Lord is, they believe, punishing them with this bad weather. As the crops have been failing, the village has been hit by famine and disease. If you have your medical officer with you, you may... Oh, we didn't choose who were coming.
So this is one of the things where it didn't give us the option, but...
No, it did. We could have taken 3 people.
Oh no, this was a different planet, was it not?
No, I think we just skipped past it. But I think you could take 3 people with you.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was this one.
I think it was the other one because it said take 3 people at the end of it. I think that was... Okay.
Because this one, it didn't tell you how many people to take. This one was take 3.
Okay, right.
So who should we take? I mean, I know it's a bit late now.
We'll drink and we'll take the medic. Security 1, medic, and... Scientists, because we need to learn more about their people, I guess, because they don't seem to have much machinery because they're nomadic.
This is big cheating, so...
But it's not very clear on the option. I'm not sure about that 3 thing, but we'll see.
Let me backtrack.
117. I think it was the planet after.
Oh, no, because we couldn't take any. It didn't tell us how many to take.
Yeah. We'll carry on anyway.
If you have your medical officer with you, you may offer to see what can be done for the sick, 10 to 101. You may ask them whether they have any knowledge of astronomy, we don't need to do that. Or you may offer to try to contact the Rain Lord. Oh, should we see if we can do both and do the medic first?
I think we'll try and help them first because the fact that we have someone there with the skill is something that you wouldn't get unless you had that choice.
101. Oh, we forgot to play the alien sound.
Your medical officer is taking round some of the huts to see whether there is anything that can be done. Roll 2 dice and compare the total with your MO skill.
Medical officer.
Oh yeah. So we need to roll less or equal to the medical officer.
12, easy.
It's medic, yeah. At least you don't lose a point.
Big
as well.
boss.
So there we go. So Turn to page 7. We've not had an opportunity to use luck yet, have we? Unless we do use it in combat.
Your medic is unable to make much of the anatomy of the aliens and thus is unable to do much without the use of her lab on the ship. Some of the illnesses, however, seem similar to those on Earth, and suggestions can be made on basic medical care.
Fair enough.
Turn to 210.
Paracetamol then.
I always roll dice with my doctor. Hey, Koma!
Hey Kemo, how you doing? 210 did you say?
I think so.
Your MO returns and complains of feeling unwell.
Oh no!
Roll 2 dice and compare the total with your luck score. Oh, so it's a luck roll.
Oh!
If the total is equal to or higher than your luck roll, so it's basically a luck roll, so I'm guessing we take a luck point off of this. So, roll...
If it says to.
It doesn't say to, but we'll get past this and see what it says.
Yeah.
So 2 roll. When I get a natural 1, he puts a nickel in my bone.
In me book. In me book.
Oh no, that's 9, isn't it?
What did we need? Oh!
So that's unlucky.
Oh no!
Are we going through with it?
We have cheated already a few times.
We're going through with it at this point.
Oh no. Suzanne!
If they equal or higher to your luck, 10 to 107. Do you keep re-rolling the dice when they want to do that? Cheating, really. We never cheat, Beyond.
No, we
How you
didn't
doing?
cheat then. Hang
No, yeah, we
on.
did. We did the opposite. We
Oh, but the feeling soon passes and your medic recovers after a brief rest. Your party then discuss. Did you turn to the right page?
Hope so.
If total is equal to or higher than your luck.
Which he was.
Yeah, 107.
I'm
The
kind of
feeling-
intrigued to what
yeah.
happens on the other side now.
Oh, she got superpowers.
Yeah, something like that.
The feeling soon passes and your medic recovers
Okay,
after a brief rest.
Fine.
Your party then discusses what to do next. Turn to 304. Hopefully we can find a rain man.
The Rain Man. Oh my god.
What?
I'm not even going to say it.
Why?
This Rain Man in space.
I don't get it.
Have you ever seen Rain Man?
No.
Do you know what it's about?
No.
Okay. You may now either return to the ship or continue your voyage, or offer to contact their Rain Lord so you can help them with the weather problem. Turn to 199 to contact the Rain Lord.
Yes.
199.
Following their directions, you head towards the hills to visit the Rain Lord's castle. After some 15 minutes walk, you see a large building in the distance, and it takes you another 15 minutes to reach it. Evidently, a walk which takes you half an hour would take the aliens much longer at their sluggish pace. You reach the gate and can see an armed guard barring the way. Will you draw your phasers and shoot the guard, or continue up to the gate to talk to the guard?
Might as well talk to them. I think if there was a Rain Man on this planet, he would definitely be able to figure
Who's
out
the
the
Rain
coordinates for us, and we'd get there
Who is
ASAP.
he?
I can't remember the actor's name though.
Do you want to chat to him, or do you want
I
to shoot
think
him?
we should just try and talk to him.
Can we checkpoint it?
No. The guard sees you and flurries into action, raising its head in the air. It lets out a shrill whistle. Seconds later, you look up to see you are surrounded by alien guards,
Oh no.
all with weapons pointed at you. You decide it's best to surrender to them.
No!
This might be a good thing. It's a Steve Jackson book. 315. Did you write the page we were on?
Yes. You are escorted into the castle towards a central keep, apparently the nerve centre of the castle. You explain that you wish to meet the Rain Lord. One of your guards goes off to keep. One of your guards goes off to the keep and comes back some moments later. Another group of guards comes over to take you inside the keep. Turn to page 91. Come on. Shake his hand.
As you enter, your eyes widen. You are not in the Great Hall or perhaps the stateroom you had been expecting, but in a large computer complex with coordinates. The walls are lined with sophisticated control panels, covered in gauges, dials and indicator lights. In the center of the room, behind a large screen flanked with a number of keyboards, sits a human figure. As you approach, this figure turns around on his chair, turned to 164. So here's the photo. So it's probably like Dr. Evil or something. So By the way, he's hidden on his chair. You expect it to be like someone he knows, but I very much doubt that. So, the 164. Did you just get force choked by Darth Vader? Did he spin around in his chair and
Don't
grasp
give me the
it?
giggles. Got a long page to read.
Is that what you made that? 600 words.
Because it started off, aha, but I had a drink in my throat. Aha, our intruders, chuckles the small man sitting at the controls. Perhaps they may be able to help with our little problem. The man calls himself Brancel. You introduce yourselves and tell him your story. I may be able to help, says Brancel, if you are able to help me first.
Okay.
He goes on to explain that many years ago he was an interstellar trader, carrying a cargo.
Do you want me to read it?
You know what I've got in my head?
What?
Relief.
Oh, the guy reached over and relieved him. I don't know why, but...
He goes on to explain that many years ago he was an interstellar trader, carrying a cargo of sophisticated planet control computers to Gleaner 3 in another sector of the galaxy. His warp drive failed and he was forced into orbit around this planet. He was able to contact Gleaner 3 to explain the delay, but they would take no excuses and cancelled the order. Thus, he was left with his cargo and no buyer. Facing financial ruin if he returned home, he decided to settle on the planet. Through his advanced knowledge, he was quickly hailed as a sort of god by the inhabitants, who built him a castle in which he
So he's the Rain Lord, right?
Yeah. Who built him a castle in which he could set up his planet control equipment. Since then, he has indeed acted as a god, and by his own account, a benevolent one at that.
I'm a streamer.
However, some time ago he discovered a malfunction in the weather planning system, which meant that he no longer had control over the weather. As the climate was normally very damp, the years of fine weather he provided for the benefit of the inhabitants' crops had resulted in huge reserves of rain being stored in the planet's clouds. As soon as control was lost, a torrential downpour started.
Terraforming, innit? Sounds like it.
If you
Or the opposite.
If you have a knowledge of planet control systems and can help me get back control of the weather, I am sure the computer's knowledge of astronomy will be able to help you get back to your own universe. Promises the little man.
Quest.
Yeah, but we need our engineer. You decide to call in your science officer.
I think science would be more important.
If you do not have him with you, you may beam him down from the ship.
Okay.
Oh, if he is dead, you cannot help.
Oh no.
You must beam up and leave orbit.
Oh, okay, so we can use him then. 227?
Yeah, 227.
Nice.
He's already here, but I want to beam him.
Throw 2 dice. If the number thrown is higher than your science officer skill, turn to 282. If the number is equal or less to your skill, science officer skill, turn to 83. So his skill is 11.
Yeah, we want it to be lower then, surely. Yes.
Ooh.
Hopefully that's good. It may actually be the opposite way around here, and lower throws are better.
It normally is, isn't it? Yeah, because the higher your skill, the more chance you've got of winning. So if the number is equal or less to your SO skill, turn to 83.
Excuse me.
Whoa. Yeah, I just read that. Is that right?
Your science officer takes a dump
Okay.
of the weather control program back this
That's the first when
That's
you
the
took
first thing I
page,
saw.
all I saw was your science officer takes a dump.
Oh, you won't be able to read that.
Your science officer takes a dump. That's why I read.
Your science officer takes a dump of the weather control program back to the ship to try to analyze it on the ship's computer. It has been written in a strange language, but the computer is able to give some insight into its logic patterns. Your scientist alters it slightly and runs the modified program. Within a few moments, the rain dies down. Brancel is delighted and offers to use his computer to search for a suitable black hole to transport you back to your own
Could
universe.
this be too easy?
No,
Don't pick
stop,
up
stop,
again.
it can't be. We haven't had, there's got to be a big boss.
Yeah.
There is no pick of the dump, sorry, Coon. I can draw you a picture. The computer locates
Black and white just turd on a computer keyboard, yeah.
The computer locates several such black holes. Unfortunately, it cannot distinguish between them, but
Kinda happy about that.
Why? Oh, right.
Because it's not so quick.
But it is able to tell you that you will have to travel towards it at a warp speed 3 to effect the transfer successfully.
Yeah, that needs to be written down.
Warp speed 3.
So I'm guessing when you get the page where it tells you the coordinates, use the coordinates and then you have a choice of what warp speed,
yeah, maybe. You thank Bransell for his help and beam back aboard your ship.
So now...
I wonder how they got on with the crops after we fixed it.
We can go back to Rain Man. So, scientist gains 2, right?
Yep, scientist and... who else was it?
Where is the scientist? Oh, there.
Security Officer 1 gets 2 as well. So when you beam back up to your ship, your medic always heals 2 stamina to all of your crew, unless she dies, and then the replacement only heals 1.
So security 1, was it?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, you're just tuning in that these, besides security number 2, these are all our captains or like
original stuff.
Like the people in charge. Professionals. Once a professional dies, they lose their skill point, 2 skill points, and then become like the second in command, so they're not as professional, so they can't do the job as well as the previous ones. So where were we? Yeah, I know that we're on this page. It says your science officer takes a dump in the car. 203. That's the first thing I saw.
We were both like,
I know, it's like that clip in the quadrant.
Yeah, you still got that?
Yeah, I've still got it on my desktop.
I can see it right now.
They call it turd.
We should have flashed it. Maybe it's subliminally flash it on the screen.
You leave orbit and probe with your scanners for likely destinations. Some 3.3 light years away is a large red planet. We never made it.
We're gonna have to go there, aren't we?
Which you can head towards. Turn to 126.
Yes.
We got a roll to see whose dump is better. Ours or the Rain Lords. The Rain Lords might be less thick.
You switch to warp drive and head towards it. Oh, this is where we see the small grey planet, but we don't want to investigate that. We want to continue towards the big red boy, which is 339.
Well, just thinking about that before as well, if we don't get the option, if we do go to the grey planet, we do still get the option to check out a blue planet.
Yes.
So let's see if we can do this one and check out the blue planet. So 329, taking us to the red one, I guess.
Something tells me the big red one's got to be important.
Big red one.
The big red one.
Possibly. I'm getting pictures of it being like some volcanic, like Anakin Skywalker death zone. You set the ship in orbit around the large red planet. Your scanners indicate an intelligent, dominant species on the planet, and you try to communicate with them. They're all wearing leather. You try to communicate with them. After some time, you establish a radio contact with a being who identifies. Oh my god! I'm not even joking here.
Don't say it if it's bad.
No, but what we've just been alluding to as a joke.
Okay.
You try and communicate with them. After some time, you establish contact with a being who identifies himself as Commander Dom. D-O-M-M. Double M. Steve Jackson. Yeah, basically, yeah. Steve Jackson knows what he's doing here. Head of the Space Navy on. So, you establish radio contact with a being who identifies himself as Commander Dom, D-O-M-M, head of the Space Navy on the planet Darville. His image flicks up on the screen. He
like a penis.
is humanoid in shape, although somewhat grotesque by Earth standards. You estimate his height at over 2 meters, and his craggy face gives you the impression that his race is somewhat aggressive. Nevertheless, he invites you and 2 other crew members from the adventure sheet to beam down to meet him. If you will visit the planet Darville, turn to 132. If you wish to press onwards, turn to 316. So we gotta go down there.
Darville.
Yeah. Darville, D-A-R-V-I-L.
Should we take our scientist again? And so we can take 3.
Yeah.
Scientist.
Security 1.
Security 1, and either medic or engineer.
So he's like, they're aggressive.
Yeah, maybe if we take a female, she'll switch.
Well, she's only a female because you made a female icon.
Yeah, but it's important. It's
I think we should
story.
try the medic, maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe we should make a checkpoint. We still got some to drink.
Checkpoint it?
Checkpoint.
And we only have 5 minutes to go, so
Yeah.
maybe 10.
329.
Hang on, where are we? We're going down to see Com Dom in Darville.
Yeah, which is the red planet.
329.
Mm-hmm.
Checkpoint.
Okay, we're going to go on the planet. We're going to bring, so let's sort our crew out. Security 1, medic, and scientist. No, how many was it?
engineer.
2 members.
Oh, should we not take the medic then? Or should we not take security? I reckon it's a bluff that he looks mean. I don't think he's actually mean. And our scientist and medic
We've
can
made a
shoot.
checkpoint. Let's not take security 1. Let's see if we can get a skill roll out of this. 132. We're going to see Mr. Dom.
His commander, Dom.
Commander Dom. Even more dominant. I was literally like, we're joking, and then the next thing, he's named the guy Dom.
You set transmatter coordinates for Navy headquarters as
That's supposed to be transmitter. Transmitter. No, okay.
You set transmatter coordinates for Navy headquarters as instructed by Commander Dom. Your party
Dematerializes.
Your party dematerializes in the ship and rematerializes again on the planet. You look around your new surroundings to find you're in a military
Where's that?
reconnaissance
Reconnaissance room.
of some sort. Armed guards stand by the door. In front of you stands Commander Dom. Your crew are also surveying the room, but they seem to be searching for something. You announce your introduction to the Darvillans, and everyone in the room stares at you in disbelief. Your own crew are looking at you with astonished expressions on their faces. You feel a little strange but cannot understand their reaction, until you look down at yourself. Your body is that of a Darvillan.
Okay.
You are tall and thick-set and in full military dress. Do you have your science officer with you?
Yes.
If so, turn to 289.
Nice, okay. Weird.
Yeah. Quickie.
Freaky Friday with Mr. Dom. Your science officer speaks to Commander Dom, and as he does so, you realise
Saying that name.
the full implications of what's happened. Dom forces the science officer down to his knees. You also feel turmoil going on inside you. You question what has happened, but your voice is out of a dark villain. And a powerful, aggressive feeling, part hatred, part panic, overcomes you. Roll 2 dice and compare the total with your science officer's skill score. The number rolled is basically, we'll figure it out. So we need to roll for our science officer.
He's still 11. He's a smart young man.
There we go. So if the number rolled is equal or less than your skill score, turn to 275.
Your science officer suggests that you have been beamed down to the exact coordinates where one of the Darvillan officers was standing and that your bodies have merged. He and the commander agree that a solution must be found to separate the 2 individuals once more.
Very weird.
Turn to 124.
Your science officer suggests that you all return to the ship to run situation analysis through the ship's computer. Roll 2 dice. If the number rolled equals or exceeds your officer's skill, turn to 251. If the number is less than a skill, turn to 48.
This is scientist again.
Yeah. 3,
Yeah.
7, so that's less. If the number is less than his skill, turn to 48.
Your senior officer flicks his communicator and instructs the ship to beam the crew members. Commander Dom and you back aboard. On the ship, your science officer runs an analysis of the situation through the ship's computer. It indicates that you were beamed down to the exact coordinates of one of the Darvillian guards, and so your body appears inside his. You must now decide how you will separate yourself.
I wasn't expecting this. What do we do?
Will you ask your science officer for his opinion,
Mm-hmm.
ask your ship's computer for advice,
Mm-hmm.
or ask the Darvillian commander for any ideas?
I mean, I feel like the most educated guess would be the science officer, but do we want to play ball with the commander?
We could always ask for his advice and then not take it.
Yeah, we made a checkpoint, haven't we, a few pages back anyway, so...
Yeah.
Should we
make another checkpoint? Or is that over checkpointing?
Might be over checkpointing.
Okay. Straight for it then.
What are we doing then? Science?
Asking our scientist.
Go on then, yeah.
35. Maybe keep your finger on the page just in case.
Roll 2 dice with the number roll, so we got another dice roll for our science officer. 3 in a row. Okay?
Wesky's not being present.
No, he's not
Although the
even...
light is off. Nice.
10. So,
Jewel
still
just-
lucky. So... If it's less than your skill, turn to page 9.
Page 9?
Mm-hmm.
What a messy situation we've got
I
ourselves in.
know.
Your science officer has no suggestions. You must either ask Commander Dom or the ship's computer. Do we ask the ship's computer? Surely Commander Dom's not seen this before.
Let's ask the computer, why not?
Yeah.
The computer suggests you have your engineering officer rig up a genetic filter for the transmatter machine. Genetic filters are used in conjunction with transmatter devices in experimental genetics. When scientists wish to combine the features of 2 or more animals or plants to see the resultant hybrid would be, they often use transmatter devices if they wish to separate the resultant hybrid back again. They do so with a genetic filter which analyzes the cellular makeup of an organism passing through the transmatter device and separates
10-year-old.
the hybrid into components. However, genetic filters are at an experimental stage only. Often the results have been unexpected. If you wish to try this option, turn to 268. If you don't want to take the risk, you may either turn to your science officer or ask for Darvillian's opinion. So I feel like,
Do it.
yeah, hopefully it's...
Do
Who
it.
is it? Who's inside them?
And a Darvillian's inside us.
No, who... Yeah, but which one of our crew is inside them?
Us.
The captain?
Yeah, the captain. We're inside.
We might get split in half.
Nah, we won't. Our engineer's
It's gonna be-
ace.
it's
He's
probably a lot
skill of
more,
9.
isn't it? Let's try it. 268. And hopefully it's a skill roll.
It's just like, why would we go back to our ship to discuss
Yeah,
this
yeah. He doesn't...
without asking the ship? Roll 2 dice and compare the score with your engineering officer's skill.
Oh, it's only 9.
If the roll equals or exceeds this, turn to 139. If the roll is less than his skill, turn to 70.
Oh, here we
We
go.
can do it, we can do it. Just don't get a 6.
3.
Oh, okay.
You can get 6.
So, yeah!
We think that's alright?
70.
Okay, here we go. I do want to know what happens if you get it wrong. Your engineering officer disappears to his lab and sets to work. An hour later, he bleeps you. He has tried different types of screening devices in the filter but cannot make one work.
Oh, no.
You'll have to take advice from a science officer or the alien commander.
Fuck.
221.
So we've got to talk to this guy.
Yeah. I figured that would have been the one we needed to do to find out more about him and their species.
The Darvillian commander uses a device on his wrist to contact his headquarters. Over several minutes, he speaks to various members of his personnel. Finally, one of them evidently has a good idea. The commander turns to you. Since your 2 bodies were combined by a transmatter beam, it seems logical that you should be separated in the same way. His idea is to focus 2 transmatter beams on your coordinates, one being the ship's and the other from his own headquarters, at exactly the same time. This should separate your 2 selves, hopefully into their original identities. If you wish to try this, turn to 162. If it sounds too risky, you may ask your science officer or consult a computer.
We gotta do it.
Yeah, we've got to. 162. What if we die doing this?
It's information. At the commander's instruction, you beam down to the planet's surface using communicator shield. I bet we end up in a different place. You, your ship, and the Darvillians focus your matters, and synchronized timings. Logging into computers, you set the time for simultaneous beamings. At the set time, both transmitter beams focus on you and your body dematerializes. Moments later, you appear in the ship's transmitter unit in your own body. The experiment has been a success. You command you contact the commander. You contact the commander, who reports that his own officer has likewise reappeared in his transmitter device. You congratulate each other when you decide to leave orbit and press on, turning 316. So
What?
yeah,
We didn't gain anything then.
does that happen? That's got to happen every time, hasn't it?
Maybe.
But we need to figure out if we can do anything talking to. Maybe we can continue being the same person. Either way, this is going to be it for part 2 of our playthrough of Starship Traveller. I'm having a really good time with this one. It's very different, but it's instead of just being on one map where you kind of know the biomes of where you're going to go, a forest or a castle or something. You're going to different types of planets with different species, so it's quite fun, and the crew thing is fun as well. So. We didn't manage to get anyone killed this time, I don't think. So, yeah, let us know down below in the comment section what you think about this book so far. You enjoyed it? Because I'm having a great time with it, and we haven't come into too many death-defying situations so far.
Not
so
yet.
we need to find those coordinates, and what else do we need?
We know that we need to enter it at warp speed 3,
Yeah,
so we just need coordinates.
Yeah, so I feel like we're on the right track here. So this could potentially be a short playthrough, but we don't know as of yet. So thanks for watching, and I guess we'll see you again very soon with part 3.